I'm going to work on worksheet 3, problem number 4. Okay, first off, most important thing you need to do is draw your heating curve so you can figure out how many problems you're going to be using or how many calculations you're going to have to do and things like that. Okay, if a batch of cookies weighs 75 grams and the heat was 700 joules and the change of temperature was 80 degrees Celsius, what is the specific heat of the cookies? So the first thing that you're going to need to do is figure out, am I using water? Okay. Am I doing the heating curve for water? And if you're not, then what you want to do is you're going to realize all you're going to be doing is a line like this. Okay. If you were doing water, you would then have to ask yourself a question of, do I ever go through the temperature of 0 or 100? Now in this problem, I'm not using water, so I don't have to worry about it. And I know that it had a temperature change of an increase or a positive of 80 degrees Celsius. So this on the left would be a good graph. It shows a heat change of the substance. Okay, so that means that I'm going to have one formula because I only have one direction of a line, and that formula, whenever there's a temperature change, is Q equals MC delta T. Okay, so now using this, I am going to try to plug into the formula what information I need or know. Okay, so the first thing I need to find Q. So I found Q right here. So I'm going to say 700 joules. That equals M. My mass is 75 grams. My C is actually what I'm solving for because it says what is C. So I'm going to say C. And my delta T is 80 degrees Celsius. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I need to solve for my C. So I'm going to take 75 times 80. So 75, so I can like reduce the things. And as soon as you go to the next step, don't worry about showing your units, okay? As long as they were in the correct units in the first place, then you're good to go. So I've got 700 equals, and then 75 times 80 is 6,000. So 6,000 C. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 6,000. So 700 divided by 6,000 is equal, 700 divided by 6,000, I did times on accident, is equal to 0.16666666667. Okay, and the unit for C is joules per gram degrees Celsius. Okay, and so now I need to look at how many sig figs I need to do. So looking at the problem, I know I have 2 sig figs for 75. I have 3 with the 700 in the decimal, and I have 2 from that degrees Celsius of 80. Okay, so I need to round to my lowest number, which is 2. And so that would be 1, 2. That number will round up. Everything before that will stay the same. So 0.1, that will round up to a 2. And then these guys will all drop off because they're after the decimal place. So that is where you get the 0.12 joules per gram degrees Celsius. And now finally, I have to identify whether this is an exo or an endothermic process. And because it's going up in energy amount or in temperature, it is an endothermic because it is absorbing it.